Hello everybody, this is Mr. Broxah here. Mr. Co-streamer, you can also call me, because Riot has given me access to co-stream all of Worlds starting today. It's been a long day, I just watched League of Legends for 9 hours straight. I am not human, but it's been a banger of a day. It's been a blast. My editor has been smurfing, just like some of the plays you're about to see, like Pyosik in particular, what a legend. And here we are, the first co-stream Worlds recap. I'm gonna set you off right, because there's only one way to kick off this. Oh, Merkalol. Now we can continue. Let's get into it.
Shots could have been a disaster. However, nobody is going to fall, and Zeus does have to use his flash.
We do have Pyosik making his way over.
It's gonna be a 3v2. Oriana does no TP.
Looks like TL, at the very least, is gonna drop the Herald here.
Yep, there is the Glacial Prison. Yun is gonna be able to get out of the way. The
Jesus, no flash. Pyosik, go Jace.
Is going to slam its way through. Moonlight Vigil comes down. Still a lot of damage offered back here by T1, and that will deter TL from coming on through here. But still, Plate Gold does go over.
Such a good response though by T1, because TL trying to over.
Let me just show you real fast what he should have done. You see right here? Wait, let me just draw. I'll make it quick so we don't miss anything. He has to ward up here. And then you kick Jace up here. And then you Q Jace. So you kick him, Q out of turret range, and this guy's dead. That's what should have been done. Wait. Ah! There we go. I need to get used to that drawing tool. So see, he easily could have done it. But instead, he kicks him into the wall, and he has to leave because otherwise he's gonna die.
Dragon is getting some attention. Wards everywhere. Arrow going to connect onto APA.
Oh.
The hostile takeover comes through, and there is the chaining of CC. I don't know what you're supposed to
Ouch.
do in that moment. I think you just have to accept that you're gonna die. That's precisely what happens.
Yeah, I think
that was kind of unfortunate too, because Summit actually pushed in top wave and he was moving all the way down. If he hadn't gotten caught right there, they could have won that fight for sure.
It's setting up for a cloud, which I am loving. The speed up from Jace as Cole goes in.
Storm, that is going to be the hostile takeover though. It's Gumushi's just raining hell down on Core JJ. He's going to be the first one to fall, but Summit does get the all-out Under Carrier. Not going to be able to bail himself out of this one. Bit too expensive, but the Q3 is going to connect, and now Gumushi's in trouble.
Oh my god, what is this champion?
Holy
moly, dude.
And TL answered back beautifully in there.
His Sunday gaming.
TL not scared of what's happening in topside. Immediately pulled the trigger in mid. You saw Kuma there as well. I think a second of hesitation, like, oh, maybe help carrier. Can we draw on safety that T1 still has because of that mid lane turret? Makes it really hard, because I do think TL, every fight should start with a pick-off. Maybe on Faker. Pyosik deep in enemy territory.
Going for it.
Okay, okay.
Through. Of course, Sonic Wave is going to connect as well. Core JJ looks for the opportunity, but the hostile takeover is
holy moly, dude, he's smurfing a Faker. Look at him. What? His Lee Sin is next level, dude.
This is incredible. He's doing it. He's doing it again, Chronic.
No, it's just
crap.
an inner.
I mean,
It's a Pyosik show.
But, like, we like to get excited about these sorts of plays.
We should.
Oh my god.
Man, we've been
Holy.
deprived the pleasure of casting Pyosik for a full year. You know what? I'm gonna enjoy it, because it seeds you for the rest of the bracket, right? A win here today means
Are they gonna flip it?
You're only a single win
They're
away
hitting
from
it.
making it
Here we
towards
go.
those best of freeze, the ability to win.
And right now, TL is looking to peel. They're
Faker
hoping
and
to get the
Zeus are
teleport,
broken the
and
TP
then
in a second.
Area is just going to get caught out of position. Core JJ
Let's go.
is there.
What
That
a
is gonna
turn,
be the pick-off
dude.
to start this one. Even the Rift's
Holy.
going to Faker from Pyosik. It does not stop for
It's happening.
today.
It's happening.
50%. Of course, Summit's got the
Holy shit.
and it's a double for APA, and that's going to be a Baron for TL.
Pyosik is legitimately the defending world champion, getting 2 kills for TL. No jungler for T1. That's the second Baron
Oh
in the
my
game.
god. Oh my god.
For Liquid. I'm giving it at least 50-50 now, boys. 100%. That is going to be the secure of the Baron. And I have a feeling this Rebel Baron power play is going to be a bit bigger than the last one.
And Pyosik in the quote says, we're gonna have fun, you know, when it's not looking
Oh guys, come on.
Pyosik
Pyosik is completely
We'll say,
Smurfing on them on League.
During the regular season.
Imagine treating us with a League game like this. Game 1 of the day. Holy crap.
But right here, CoreJJ never showed T1.
Look at him. Look at him. He sees the TP. He's just instantly on point. Knows it doesn't matter if he dies because he has GA.
Got the GA ready, so he's able to get that resurrection through as well. And so Ona just going to be caught out. And T1, once the cards start
They're up in gold now as well.
This composition can fall apart. And TL, as you can see, understandably losing their minds.
And they know what this means. With this new format, this one win, as Chronicler was mentioning, is way more squishy. So if APA can land any stun, there's a chance he one-shots, and they actually have a much better front line with Summon and Core if they play the fights correctly.
And I think as well, that's why Carrier also going for Radiant Virtue here on the Renata, trying to build more tankiness.
Scat of the week trying to come forward here. Summit just by himself, finds himself, and Q the Magnus Storm under 3 is gigantic, and Summit's going all out.
The
He's
kick.
Get out of the fight as well with Gumayushi. He's taking down Yun already.
Oh no.
JJ,
No.
both of them
No.
are gonna go golden, and it's T1 that just rolls.
Aphelios died with flashing cleanse up.
TL and even Summit will
Look at the
not be
sums.
allowed to escape
Lee
with
has flash.
Gumayushi.
Syndra has flash. Aphelios has flash and cleanse.
Summit by going the wrong direction is
the game.
probably
No,
still
no.
going to die.
After
It's
a
over.
35-minute
That's how it ends.
fighter with 2 Barons going over to TL, T1, well, they don't get the clean ace because Summit stays alive, but
Well,
They were
Man,
winning
what an
until
opening
they
game.
weren't. Chronicler, and that is going to be the Nexus turrets falling down.
They may have lost,
Following the story
but up
of
until this
Summit
fight,
as the Nexus
they
that
played
needs to
so
be
well,
addressed,
man.
and
Like, let's drop an
T1
applause for TL in the chat.
take the game,
Holy
the first
moly.
game of Swiss.
They were so close.
Are we gonna need a
They
ladder
played
to
so
get
freaking
back
well,
up
dude.
to
Like,
analyst desk, I think.
That's a great way to start Worlds.
Yeah,
making
exactly.
NA proud
It
for
was an
real.
amazing game.
They can
played
compete.
hearts out. T1
They are not
punched up
playing
into
around.
that final team fight. You guys did a great job.
And
Thanks for
most
having me.
importantly, they locked in a draft where they had to play aggressive with confidence, and that they sure did. Holy. Oh, it's so disappointing they lost in this way, but it is what it is.
I think it's perfect. I think it's
Here we go.
absolutely.
Okay. The thing is, we're hard engaging on the enemy front line. Their Jace is here, Ashe is here, Faker is down here. Sure, that may be a Sejuani who doesn't have the greatest items of all, but we're still hard engaging on the enemy tank. See, right now, they're mostly on Renata and Sejuani. Faker didn't manage to get fully out, but there's just no follow-up. Like, Aphelios just now manages to make it to the fight here, but look at Syndra. Syndra is so far back. I think she was the one getting hit by the arrow, wasn't she? Who got hit by the arrow? Yeah. Oh no! Imagine if Yeon tanked the arrow. He could have tanked the arrow and cleansed it. And then both Syndra and Aphelios would be part of the fight immediately. He sidestepped it. So APA got hit. And then he gets insta-hit by the shockwave. And one shot. Syndra gets Renata ulted after. Like, this fight is just... Both Aphelios and Syndra can't play the game. I mean, Aphelios could, he just misplayed, but APA, like, he literally didn't get to play League of Legends. Like, look, he's just perma-CC'd the entire fight, and when the CC finally breaks, he just gets one shot. I think the engage was a bit sketchy, because it was impossible for them to reach Zeus, Gumayusi, and Kyria. But man, if Aphelios tanked this arrow, he tanks this arrow instead of sidestepping it at the very end, and he cleanses it, then life is good. Oh man. That's kind of painful to watch, not gonna lie.
so many years
What
ago
are you guys
now,
thinking so far? Are you comfortable being BDS?
It's just Jarvan.
I wouldn't be
he's been
particularly
virtually
comfortable personally.
unchanged for like, what, 10, 11 years at this point?
As soon as Ambition retired,
Syra
though, I
Khan
felt
is a good
like
combo.
Jarvan fell out of the meta forever.
Alistar has a really good
And
response to
I've
Rakan
missed
though.
my
I mean, they did pick
opportunities.
Rakan into it.
From support. Please stop.
I think it's close.
Capable of playing carry
Just
matchups.
Garen.
There's
It's
Garen
really
as well.
Giga Chat blinding Garen.
Why
Like
not
that's
blind
actually
Garen?
full Giga Chat.
Does 369 have a blind Teemo prepared? That's the question.
If he blinds
We'll see where
Garen,
Adam
like
is actually going to go.
this
And
guy is a
Adam's gonna
freaking
walk
legend,
it
dude.
in.
He freaking blinded
Okay.
Garen. Are you kidding me? You're blinding Garen against the best team in the world. You crazy
Something I
boy.
would recommend.
Oh holy!
go.
Woo!
And Cassio
Jesus
goes
Christ.
well for Nuke. I think, like,
The
honestly,
confidence
I
in
love
this player.
approach from BDS. They're like, guys, what do you want? Let's just make sure that you're as comfortable as possible. We'll see
How do you
it
even
goes.
respond to that?
And she,
Like
of
no
course,
pro
the
player has ever
13th
found them in that
on
position
the
before.
line at
You
this
have
point in
to
time.
pick something into a
Extraordinary
blind Garen. Look at him, he's laughing. He's like, what is going on, dude? This is not what we're used to seeing in the LPL.
He's pretty good at this champion.
They showed it on the stats before the game as well. Like 369 has never played against Garen in a professional game in his entire career.
The main worry that way more aggressive. Same for Knights.
Share's just
this is
going
a
to
flip.
immediately get towards this top
This
side.
guy
It's
is,
a
you know,
big wave stacked up.
he's aggressive.
Now dealt with
Holy.
the grab. Could be a
They do have the
2v2
ignites.
coming
I mean, this
very
looks pretty
quickly.
killable on my
It's
screen.
just gonna flash forward, they find the silence and
The Garen
369
first
will
blood,
be
dude.
put down
Freaking first blood with him
to
with
the
Garen. Oh my god, what a legend. Beautiful gank, beautiful setup. That was such a clean gank execution.
But no! 369 caught off guard. Shale.
Let's go, Europe.
As a result,
Winnable.
early kill. I do
my
think you
God.
are somewhat reliant on not being made completely obsolete, right? And I think the
They still
attention
don't
of
own
both
ult.
junglers are paying towards the top side of the map.
Both supports
Thus
are
far in
moving.
this game is testament to that. As everyone's roaming besides the AD carries. BDS look like they might want to still go for this. They do have LeBron there.
Yeah, Kanavi just immediately gonna get ulted, silenced as well. It's gonna be difficult as the ult comes down.
He got the Garen treatment. He got the Garen treatment. Ornn has no flash. He has no flash. Get in there. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Holy. Getting the Garen treatment. Winnable.
BDS not only
We're beating JDG. Woo.
to take
Up 500 gold. Got first Drake. Got first Herald. Got a monster strong Garen. In it to win it. Demacia. Let's go. Come on.
And then he goes around
Here's the mollies. He's gonna get a plate. Boom.
Yeah.
He still has 1.5 minutes to get the top turret. A straight breaker now, but Kanavi is having the top so issue. I don't think they're gonna let Adam get this for free. You can even see the Alistar shifting up from bot. Moves back down. I actually thought he was gonna come all the way as well.
Is gone,
Yep,
and
that's-
Sheo's here.
They're looking for the demolish proc, and now 369 is
There it
in
is, dude.
trouble.
There it is.
However, Kanavi, Knight, both of them moving
runs
on
away.
up. And Adam just gets himself
These
out
guys
of
are probably so confused right now. They're like, what on earth is going on, man? We've never played against Garen in our lives, and this guy just appears, taking our turrets
Yeah.
at minute 13 with his flashing knight.
Leverage that Herald into a Mountain Drake early on. Setup's gonna
This
be
is the
a big
thing,
win.
right? Like,
We need
you
to
just
hold
don't
off
think
on
about this.
any really big judgment until we see a 5v5.
I want
That's
to
what
see Rula do
JDG.
some things.
It's such a comfort pick for BDS. They've scrimmed with this a billion times. JDG is first timing. Oh, Kanavi. He is not having a fun time this game. With the way that was played out by Kanavi, I'm surprised he survived for so long.
Just headbutted out of the fight. JDG striking back.
JDG has a better team fighting comp, but this is where the mechanics, the coordination, and especially the understanding of how the team fight as a carry comes in. Can crown a team fight as well as Ruler.
Stride has been completed.
The
Even
ultimate
more
test.
ability haste on top of that. He's looking for the black cleaver.
It's a Garen show,
Look at this
dude.
man. He's spinning.
It's a
Walking
freaking
into the
Garen
enemy jungle
show.
like he owns the place.
Bolto has been sitting on this just needlessly large rod for a while.
Ornn actually has a level advantage. She's one level up. JDG has full control of the dragon area. Nuke is spacing. I don't think they're gonna give this for free, but it's gonna be really, really hard to fight JDG in the zone.
Just standing on vision. He's not too worried about it, but
Oh,
there's
no.
the Hex Splash.
Oh, no.
Pulverize, and he's just
Oh,
going to be
no.
taken down. down, back to the Drake that they'd started earlier, and now it's a 4 versus 5. BDS just gonna have to get out of here. They will have to give that one up, and Adam, unfortunate, didn't have his flash available or anything like that, just got a little bit too overconfident.
Pretty big win there for JDG.
It happens.
Able to get...
All right, will he get the bad news? Flash is available for Adam, and he will not need it because cease and assist does come on down. LeBron looking for Knight. He's burning, he's ticking. He's
Oh my god. The flash smite. Got him. Got him. But they're gonna lose so much for that. Imagine if he escaped. Holy, that was close.
And is possibly going to get another charge as well.
Give up a lot of mid control.
We take those. We take those.
That inner door means that in terms of gold, not the end of the world. Shale going in really aggressively here.
Yeah, really aggressively. He's going to get knocked up. Crowny and LeBron are going to turn up here. Shale should be taken down, but can they actually stand a chance in this fight as the Ram is going to pass?
At least only one person died.
They will
Could be
able
worse.
to escape. Of course, pretty slippery is good old Rakan, so LeBron's okay.
Yeah.
BDS, I think, struggling to figure out what the next step is going to be. And like you were talking about, this next dragon going to be extraordinarily important, and even the resistances that you gain from the Mountain Drake. But okay, we've got the Baron started. Kanavi is obviously right here.
Are we flipping?
I reckon that sounds like a decent
I
idea.
don't know
This
about
time Adam is
Adam.
on top of his own ward instead of the enemy's one.
They're playing for the fight. They don't want to flip
Let's see
Baron.
where the ruler can keep himself
Understandable.
alive, because he is gonna
The thing is, if they...
brush. There's the silence. He killer
Holy moly.
instincts to get himself out of the way, and he will survive with the cleanse now down. Adam also has to flash defensively.
Just goes in 1v5.
Not exactly end of the world
What I was about to
for
say,
either
if
team.
BDS had brute force Baron there,
I think BDS wanted to
and
make sure
committed
that
to
they
finishing
didn't
it,
fall for it, but
as they
if the
finish,
rest of
JDG is going to be able to
ready
engage
fall
on
at the
them,
moment that
and they're most
Warrior
likely
has
going to lose the
things
fight.
out,
So even if they
then
were
plays
to
not
win the
worth
flip and
the
get
flash
Baron,
Adam is incredibly
they would just all
valuable.
die. I believe they made the right call. The only problem is that now, because Adam forced, he's not in the greatest condition. He is healing up though, with his passive, but JDG now has full control of the area. Oh no!
Time to take down the Baron, and that is some pretty clean setup here from JDG. Missing now, just acting as gatekeeper to deny the rest of BDS, and stopping this Baron is going to be a heck of a tall order.
There's nothing they can do.
369 taking a bit of
Like
damage,
BDS probably shouldn't even contest here at all. They're just all gonna die. The moment the jungle is dead, you just have to leave.
Goes down as well, and Adam's just going to have to get out of there. Petrifying Gaze. It's not named quite well
No. I would expect both junglers to just path bot to top here. Both of them want to be top lane early, influencing the Renekton and Jace matchup. Because whoever wins top is going to have so much side lane pressure the rest of the game, which can then translate to the rest of the map. Adam is split pushing top, but if he doesn't base soon, JDG
Without Garen, I don't think you're killing.
is going to get a double inhib in a moment.
Well, Garen is trying to kill a turret. Let's see whether this demolish is going to help him remove that. And
He does push
do
pretty
so.
fast, but
Close to a 6,000
Ari is pushing bot with a Baron buff.
power play until that turret goes down, which, like you say, is at least going to be a bounty. But trading a bounty for your Nexus is never really something that we would recommend. And now the win expectancy has gone from a little bit in favor to BDS to 90%, close to almost touching the bottom in favor of JDG.
And BDS fought valiantly, might be trying to go for one more player.
Here it comes.
Knight isn't here right now.
Yeah, there is the cease and desist. Silence is down onto Kanavi.
Keep in mind they're using everything on the Jarvan, like they can't win the fight now. Who's gonna kill Kai'Sa and Ari? It's doomed. It's really doomed. Holy moly. Oh, it's rough. It's a rough one.
And you get Kanavi, but at what cost? At cost of your Nexus Atlas. JDG gonna push on
It
here.
is what it
On a
is.
draft like this,
We tried,
given some
and while
leeway.
Europe lost this battle,
Did they use it?
man,
Well, I tell you what, BDS
did we go full Giga Chat. We locked in freaking Garen, dude. We blind picked Garen top with Flash Ignite. And they deserve an applause for that. Like, let's give it to BDS and Adam. They did really well this game, and they may have lost, but if we are to go out, at least that's the way I want it to happen. That's how it's done. Great attempt. I would expect both junglers to just path bot to top here. Both of them want to be top lane early, influencing the Renekton and Jace matchup. Because whoever wins top is gonna have so much side lane pressure the rest of the game, which can then translate to the rest of the map.
By the way, fun stat for you. Is pretty hot as Mickey setting up on a depth, instant cleanse away, but will save his life, ignites down. Couple of autos too, Kellen with the flash away as well. And G2's bottom lane matches it. Oh my god!
Holy! He knows his limits perfectly!
Han Summers Draven.
Let's go,
MSI,
dude!
Genji left
Let's
this
freaking
champion
go.
up in their first game. And
Winnable.
They made fun of Han Summer. They said they didn't care, and Han Summer has been furious about that ever since. He returns to the international stage and he finds a 2v2 kill. First blood to Han Summer.
And it's a big cash in as well. Look at the CM.
That gold is going to propel him now. Kana, no flash.
Well, he's in a bit of trouble too. G2 looking to replicate across the map. Just waiting as here we go. The Ents go marching one by one. And yikes says hurrah. With Broken Blade on top as well. That stun out. There's no flash from the trade.
Oh man.
Like, just make
You love to see it. Let's go, G2. It's
start.
winnable.
He does get himself another plate.
This is so good. It feels like they're just really well coordinated. They're really on the same page. Like this was a byproduct of Broken Blade's play earlier. Forcing Jace to flash, bringing back the Maokai for the free kill. Maokai didn't even have to flash on him. Obviously Jace was disrespectful, but they are in the driving seat right now. This is what we want to see from Europe for sure.
The early game gold is ballooning. Caps on the roam here.
Wow. Most agile Orianna we've ever seen. Kana, his flash is back up and available, but he gets stunned up, not going to use
Okay, I mean, at this point...
Caps picks up his first kill, and G2
at this point...
Caps holding onto the shockwave in the event that Kana did flash so that he could...
Like, okay, you should not die to that. Like, once, okay, but twice? No.
Slows things down as Yikes okay, but look at top. First turret blood in under 14 minutes.
D+ though, know they have a window to start off this dragon. Caps
Renekton doesn't have TP.
hasn't had an opportunity to base, doesn't have his mythic. Do G2 still want to fight this?
Caps just hit level 11. He does have ult. Holy macaroni. Jesus Christ. Calm down, Mr. Showmaker. That was mean.
Canyon finds a fantastic engage. G2, they tried to set up the play from the bot side of the map with the collapse coming from the
They're still
from
up
the mid lane.
2.5k.
Canyon
It's all
sees
good.
that opportunity, knows they have numbers advantage just by attacking the pincer, and they make
It's
it
all good.
look
It's all
clean.
fine. Everything's
We're
under
gonna get a
control,
quick
guys. Don't
replay of
worry
this
about
top
it.
one.
Thanks to our
There
little,
he is.
little
He's
screen
gonna
there.
move
I
either
love it.
here.
Unfortunately,
or here.
I don't get that, Vedius. I don't get
Just
you
have
know,
to
the
guess.
Draven stacks. I
Or
have
you
to
wait.
guess.
They
I
need
have
to use his
wait
body
till
as
Observer
pressure
gets
and
their
try to
Showmaker
get
again,
these tier
repping it.
1s.
But Caps holds onto the flash. That's a big brain move as teleport going in. G2 want to die this, and with Yike ulting in, Showmaker has nowhere to go. Broken
work
Blade
out?
forces his flash, gets booped away, but
Holy
there you
moly,
go,
just
adoration
Draven
for the
damage is
crowd
disgusting.
again. One more to hit the boot as Han Summer's already cashed in, but he's looking for more money. Trying to roll the dice. As
Insane
Mickey tries to
Renato
get
ult.
them out of there. Berserk for the
Winnable?
time being, running back in. G2
The
wanna
wave is coming. They
re-engage.
can do this. Like, this is
Chaotic, but it's going in G2's
3
favor. They'll
LP,
find another
dude.
kill.
3
Make it
LP,
2.
let's go!
4
I was
down
really
on the side
skeptical
of
about
D+.
this, how this started with
Deft is
Caps,
continuing
Semi
to
getting
push
caught,
mid lane,
Broken Blade having to
but it
TP
started
down,
with
but
Showmaker looking for that play
they
onto
played it
Caps.
so well.
He
G2's
doesn't
team
get
fighting is
flash,
so
Caps the
insane.
flash. They played that game of chicken.
Now, of course, you're saying they've got to get it to the finish line, but massive gold lead now to 5K.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Work out.
Master
Engaged by
Alistar.
Yike.
No,
He
no,
ends
no.
around. He's Broken Blade for the stun down. That might be a
Oh,
tanky
that's a
Alistar.
tilde if I've ever
Down
seen
the
one.
5 yard he goes. He becomes a patty again. Hansummer runs forward.
I can
gets
feel the
more money
tilt.
in the bank. This guy's interest rate is
All the way
huge.
over here. All the
You
way
need
from
to invest
Korea.
in Han Summer stocks right now
Jesus
because
Christ.
They are going up. G2 see this as an opportunity to start the Baron, but it's also a great opportunity for D+. Here we go, the Baron is kicked off.
Well, no ulti from Depth as they're stoned out by the whirling death over the wall. Kana can't do too much, and it all comes down.
Question is,
to
Are they
who's
going
Canyon.
to
gonna
flip
zone
this? Are they
Canyon?
going to flip this?
They don't have smite on Maokai.
G2.
Maokai has no
Please,
smite.
In goes Canyon looking for it. The all in. Oh my god! They've set up DK to
Wait.
suck him down, and they get the Baron. But DK say, oh yes! Yike running for his life. He's next to go down, and all of a sudden the tables have turned.
A triple kill for Kana. Canyon with another fantastic engage. G2
You gotta be
throw that
kidding me.
5K lead away.
Oh
It was so free.
Have themselves a Baron. Oh no, Caps. He may have just thrown his life away.
How
Can
am
he
I
get to
seeing
safety?
an NA Baron? An NA Baron on my screen when I'm watching EU versus Korea.
Vedius, a shouldn't have said anything.
I saw it coming, man. I told you. I told you.
For God's sake, dude.
I'm not from EU. I can say those things, but
What is this world we're living in, by the way? I'm sitting here, former Fnatic player, getting freaking stressed out and cheering for G2. Times have changed.
Who are just so painful to deal with at the moment.
Oh my
Dragon
god.
reset, at least give them a bit more time, but
Rise and Canyon and kill him.
so good for DK.
Canyon finding a flank once again.
Broken Blade looking to zone him out. There's the poke again. Hits 3. He jumps in. Canyon flush for that. Won't get the steal and won't get over the wall. A bit of an oopsie as Yike's ult sets them away.
Canyon definitely fails his engage there. Puts G2 in a position to secure the Ocean Soul. And they've also been able to waste a lot of time. The Baron's gonna
one drag away from Soul.
But ultimately,
Jace Paris Azir must be so painful. Draven is in base, by the way.
They don't have access to the Baron right
now.
now.
No.
G2 have chosen to reset.
They can't do anything. That Baron is gone.
Yike's the only one nearby. It's just gone, Betty.
It's gone.
It's just gone.
G2 have to think fast and get control around the dragon now. Mickey is spacing. They're gonna be late for Drake as well. I don't think they're gonna be able to contest Soul either.
The dragon will be the next point of contention.
But they kinda have to. Like, if they get stuck in their base now, with DK just poking them down, having Baron buff, it's not playable. I like Broken Blades, being sneaky.
And find opportunities. Kellen, he should be able to spot this flank out.
Yeah, Broken Blade, the lens is there, and away he walks. Maybe the wrong target here as the dragon now spawns. All G2 need is something to stop this Red Bull Baron power play.
But look at the levels as well. Like, you know, Yike's not even level 13 yet. He needs one more creeper. He needs a bit of experience to get that level up. Caps a full level down against Showmaker. Broken Blade, 2 levels down, close to level 16.
True.
The flank, though, coming in from Broken Blade.
They see him. They see Broken Blade.
By himself, Dominus now pop looking for depth and to stun him up. He cleanses the way, but Broken Blade has brought the Armada to him. Flashes away. He might have done his job as he goes golden, but he should be dying here. But Slice and Dice, he's out of there.
No!
But hang on, he needs the reset.
It was so close. He could have flashed it.
Now with the dragon up and the Renata ulti out, it might be okay as G2 bring it to a 50-50 and win it out. Ocean Soul
we got Soul.
Some reason flashes upwards.
Caps us out.
G2 have a permanent buff in
But
this
those are
game.
40-second death timers on 3 people.
Labeled out for Mickey as he drops down again.
That's 3 members dead though, and D+ have all 5 members alive. With
I don't think they can end, but
for another 1 minute and 20 seconds.
what are they gonna do? Push mid and bot, I guess.
Yes,
I saw pings in bot lane.
They can buy themselves a little bit more time.
It's not bad. It's not bad. There's only 1 minute left in that Baron. We get Ocean Soul.
And now might continue on as Caps is caught out between his 2. Turret Shockwave's there, but it's late. There's the Magnet Storm. Chains the corruption. The Shockwave eventually comes through to correct myself as Caps flashes.
No! The stopwatch! Oh, he killed him! We take those. We take those.
Impressive play there by Caps in a 4 versus
Holy
1.
moly.
He's able to trade
Let's go.
deft for his own life. It should have just been him going down there. But he makes it work somehow. Are they looking for the TP flank? Yes, they are.
Well, again, if they can win this G2, might be able to flip things again.
TP flank.
Yike sends out the ulti. Dominus from Broken Blade on the side. Canyon caught on the wing here. Showmaker puts up his turret, but it won't save Canyon's life. He's buying a bit of time, and Showmaker starts ordering away. But remember, they have Ocean Soul as another cash in for Hunt. Some of the flash from Broken Blade. It's a pulverize, but Kellen can't do a thing. Out goes Showmaker. In goes G2.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
It's chaos. G2 versus D+. Will begin the Baron. G2 for the love of God.
Oh no, I'm
Don't
getting
let this one
flashbacks to the
go.
previous Baron.
Flip again, isn't it?
Here's where the flashbacks begin.
DK aren't there, it won't be a flip. As
Canyon
Yike
can't
sits
make it
on
this time.
Baron's
They
gonna
got
go down
Baron.
this time. No harm, no foul as Caps get poked in. Showmaker teleported in for this play, but G2 still hovering around looking for a pick themselves.
There's a sneaky Showmaker on the side.
There's the poke coming through. Nailed down in the corner as well. Cap zones him out. Chains of corruption doesn't connect again.
Keep walking up, stay
Yike's
groups.
ulti to zone out has
Play
been
as a unit.
fantastic as G2 are
Stay
heading the
together.
wrong way.
They're being corralled into the base of D+, but they have the Baron buff. They can get away to safety.
I imagine it's still gonna be close.
Or are we just going to have to see them find a beautiful pick? Maybe it'll answer for me as Canyon zones off. Broken Blade first in line though. The charge continues on in.
If DK can
As G2
flank
look
and
to make their
reach
way in with Elder now spawning.
Hansama and Caps, it's doomed. But if they can protect them and avoid getting poked down way too much,
Elder is
Then we
alive.
got
Look at that mid wave though for D+.
Yep.
Pushing into the mid. TP is not available for Showmaker or Kana, but Kana could cook. Especially with the Dragon not being started yet. Showmaker trying to leverage his range. That TP flank!
Oh, it's a big one as well. That will be onto Showmaker. He's got the flash and ulti available though.
They
So
don't see the TP.
As Yike sets up with an Aegis grab, sets him into position. Broken Blade runs in with the Magnet Storm, zones him out as Kellen looks for a flank angle and Canyon flashes out. Now,
T2 is playing so well as a unit.
DK away
Like all
from
of these
this Elder
scenarios, they're
Dragon.
just sitting,
Plus
playing
is
as a
very
ball,
scattered
grouping
right
as
now.
5.
Canyon has no flash available to him. But again, they're still very hesitant to start this Elder
They
off.
are. Mickey wants a handshake from behind. There's Caps on top as well. Kellen gets poked out.
But that should be the go signal to at the very least start a fight.
Yep.
Kellen losing all of his HP. Didn't use the ultimate yet. Mickey!
That's a big ulti as well. They've got to get away from it. Canyon the only one hit and enough space is drawn.
Here we go. It's being started.
Oh my god. My heart!
Kellen's still too low. The handshake zoning out. The poke coming through. G2 aren't letting them walk
Ouch.
in, but Kana has an influence from the top side.
Look at the lifesteal from Hansama though.
Well, hang on. Kellen's just walking into danger though. Hansama cashes in.
Winnable?
Kellen is meat to the slaughter again. as
Draven
that
ult.
whirling death hurts,
They're
and
giving it up, they have to
use
leave.
this G2 for giving us the Elder Dragon.
They weather the storm from D+. They're able to mitigate the poke.
Full Baron power plays 4,500 with G2 almost moving to 10,000 themselves. There goes the inhibitor. G2
You can see they're hesitating, not unsure if to continue or not. I think bagging is the right call for sure.
To see if they can get a more
Just
solid
back, spend your gold, and then settle again.
Wow, what up here? That's a sapling,
Look at
ladies and
Mickey's
gentlemen,
vision
with
score, by the
AP
way.
coming
He has
through
more
from
than
Yike.
200.
Flat 50%.
That's been
50,
burning
it's
for
still
10
going.
years. Stop it.
At least
How much longer must he
around
suffer?
140.
Well, Yike makes sure it's a
Showmaker,
little bit longer to send him to
100
base.
as a
G2
mid
on
laner.
that, say,
But
the free
200
rotation
vision
from
score.
top side.
20
Holy.
seconds till the Elder disappears.
That's nuts.
Then the Baron is alive. I
Guys.
am very much awake.
I don't know what to say at this point. I'm just really stressed
You said
out.
there's been 4.
There is.
Are you sure?
I just want them to bring it home already so I can have rest in peace.
There was the one that got stolen.
I just
Yep.
wanna,
Then
I
D+
just wanna
took
chill
one for
again.
free.
Oh, yeah.
This is
G2
not
got
chill.
one for free.
This is stressful.
This
And
is,
now this is the fourth one.
you're right. Wow. I'm being outclassed by someone with jet lag.
But we're
And
all
I
in
came
it
from
together.
Australia, it's like 2 hours
We're
away.
all in it together.
Oh,
Oh,
Mickey might be caught out. Hang on a minute, this Renata separated, but it
This
might
is
be
winnable.
okay.
Good
Magnus
Maokai
Storm
ult,
out,
Renata ult.
ulti is insane. Running forward is Broken Blade to zone out as DK is still looking for that.
At least
clutch
there's no
back.
flash.
Summer won't let Kellen anywhere near. Go back to the farm. G2 zoning them out continuously, and they might have it, that is. They might just with the shockwave.
It's a
Bring it
winnable
back to
angle.
Playmaker.
Bring it
Hansama
home.
getting all the money.
Holy
The
moly, I
captain's
thought
in
Mickey was getting
behind.
caught, but it was the 200 IQ bait all along.
He sees the
He had him
the choke
right where I
point,
wanted
Broken
him.
Blade looks into the eyes.
Bring it home,
Reigning
boys.
world champion
Freaking
says
bring it
today is not
home.
your day.
Holy
You're forced into the
poggers.
G8, and they're looking for the Nexus.
The first seed from the LEC holds on to their namesake. It was
Let's
back and
go.
forth. It was a little bit messy, but hey, G2,
The first win
they're versatile,
for the
they're
West
volatile,
against
and they've done
LCK
1-0
LPL.
on the Swiss
We
stage
freaking got it.
against the
We
LCK
freaking got
4.
it.
What a crazy game.
That was an awesome game. That was a banger.
It was
Absolute
so
banger.
dominant for G2 in the early game. Hansama's Draven was terrifying.
But
the
I'm happy it's
moment-
over.
Well, we saw 2 examples.
I'm just happy it had a great ending.
But I wasn't around to
Starting
analyze them,
blue,
so, you know, I'm
pathing
gonna pass
towards
on that
top.
question.
That's all right.
When you lock in
The
on
early jungle
and you have
pathing.
Kalista bot,
Never mind.
It's an all-in
I thought he would
run.
like hard
Separation
camp bot
regards
lane.
great. Light can't do any damage. FBI just takes a heavy trade.
I mean,
Because the thing is, no matter how many times he ganks
he's
top,
gonna look for it again, of
Yeah,
course he
he
is.
is.
On is still gonna lose when he won.
There's a cleanse away. Flashes there too.
Jesus Christ.
FBI has no summoners at 2 minutes in the game.
Hi there, my name's Kalista and I'm an early game champion, and
Oh, he's emoting.
and Crisp says, hi, my name's Crisp and I'm an early game champion. Doesn't matter what he's on, he's gonna look for something. Level 2 now secured. Crisp taking a strong
That bot lane is really
presence in the
sketchy.
lane.
Gathered, and this is what made WBG so scary in those regional finals versus EDG. They made plays this early on, and with FBI at half HP, with no summoners as well, Weiwei stacks him against the wall. I'm seeing
Oh
deja
my lord.
vu. And Weibo bringing
Oh
first
no.
blood at 3 minutes in. Ignar now in trouble
No,
as well.
no,
Weiwei
no,
waiting
no,
for those
no.
cooldowns. There's the flash matched out. Ignar latched onto. second skin about to proc. He bops him in. Weiwei might be in trouble, but he shoves him back. And Light gets the kill, a 2-0 start.
Excellent play from Weibo. They
Guys.
were able to force the summoners out from FBI in the straight-up 2v2.
Why are we puffing towards top?
Weiwei meant that he could supplement that
Why?
with 2 early game kills, 1.3k. And this bot lane is looking dire for NRG.
I mean, the Shy is zoning off the...
Oh my god!
Scuttle, thank you, that's mine.
I can't!
So WBG
I'm hiding
get
under my
both sides of
table,
the map.
I can't.
It's now a 1,500 gold lead. And this is what we're talking about. The regional, there's a bit of vision left over with Contracts trying to match a 3v3's potential. They're going to turn on for Contracts. Shove doesn't work, but against the wall it does. The bot back in. Chris teleports in that one. Ignar gets a double pulverize. Slight now runs on him for the damage. FBI out one way, Ignar the other. Summoners were burnt before, but at least
They
like
reach him?
matches Xiao,
I think he
is
dies.
now participating. He runs in without ulti. Ignar is slowed
Hope
down.
he smacks him.
And Weibo are this deep, this early on. Venius, this is chaos.
I mean, it seems like a one-sided slaughter right now. Is there?
Chaos.
I mean,
Guys.
things are falling apart very
Guys,
quickly for the
someone
NRG
give me a
bot lane.
shoulder to cry on.
They need to find a way to stabilize gold.
I need to ask an earlier question, earlier than I'd normally ask. How do you stem the bleeding here this
God,
early on?
that's
We
a
need
great
to be
question.
positive. We need to,
Well,
I don't want to be
the
delusional, but
idea here
one
is
thing that
Contracts
I've
are
learned
gonna
from being a
release
League of
some
Legends
pressure.
player for 13 years is that
But the problem is
if I was to get frustrated every single time something doesn't go my way in my games, I would never find happiness and enjoyment in this video game. And I'm guessing the same approaches to watching. So, if you are NRG, how do you win?
When Weibo go for an early dragon, you can then use your
You
numbers
walk
topside
over
to
to the
Herald,
enemy
to
team
run the Herald to get the gold back.
and you
But it's
disconnect
so
their mouse
early
and
into the
keyboard.
game, there's not a lot
And then you
that can
continue
be done.
playing the
fact that
game.
the jungler even came
I found a
with
win
level
card.
advantage to try and stem
Winnable.
the bleeding, and Weiwei turns it into
We got
another
it.
kill in favor of Weibo.
Wait! Why are you guys in chat saying Contracts is being so passive?
Kind of doing what they can to bounce back after what has been a very difficult early game.
Let me make one thing clear.
But this is
I, as a jungle player who's been in his situation countless times, will need to let you know right here and right now in this very moment.
Hang on a minute, no way. He flashes
I mean, that was pretty bad. But
on his own.
it's not all on the jungler. When you play at this level,
So much gold.
it's on everybody to find plays, to set up plays, to, you know, clear vision, put the lane in a good position where you can gank it.
finding that kill.
It is a team game. It is very easy from the outside point of view to go full solo queue and be like, ha ha ha, the enemy jungler. Oh my god, he's 10 times better than ours. Our jungler is 0-0, completely AFK.
Focused on clearing the wave.
We shouldn't scapegoat Contracts. Like, we don't know what's happening inside that team. We don't know why exactly he pathed bot to top at first clear or why he hasn't been active yet. One thing that is worth noting is that he is playing Talia. Like, this champion is really useless in jungle early on. But
Holds onto his own. You set
I don't want to scapegoat anybody, because this might not be entirely on him, okay? I just needed to get that off my chest. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I am done. I am done.
Dragon coming up in a minute.
So far, looking to build that Leandri's flash.
There's a play. It's matched though. Chris out with his summoner.
might be a
Oh,
really
this is
rough
getting
one.
collapsed on Weiwei in the right place
They
at
have
the right
little
time.
nodes.
Yet again, the face call though saves the day. Weibo still looking to contest. Hang on, Xiao's running in. He's got his flash available.
He's so close to being able to flash forward on this here.
And back again in a couple of minutes. Contract is down. Weibo
That could have been a
cannot be
lot
stopped.
worse
It's
for
like
them.
they've got their
Like,
own
Asia was
personal
just barely
spray.
out of range to
They
flash
see a
ult.
kill, and they will go for it to the bitter end. No escape for Contracts. His flash was lost earlier.
You have to say, NRG is playing, they're playing very aggressive and confident. The only problem is that they don't really know their limits. So, while I love the idea of wanting to play aggro and fighting and taking matters into your own hands, being proactive,
The entire map hysterics.
it does feel a little bit frustrating when you're watching and you know before any fight starts that they're gonna lose, but it's like they're just taking their head and banging it into a brick wall, hoping to see a good result.
Well, Chris is out of mana, trying to zone out Xiao without an ulti. It's a good time as Dragon goes down, but Weibo are looking for the re-engage somehow. They don't have the resources to play with, and Ignar knows it, but his flash isn't up and available. What can they do as Xiao has to flash over the
They
wall?
got an Azir flash.
Without a sand soldier,
I mean, that's
give him a
something.
high five.
Underestimate Xiao's
It would have been better if they
ability
dropped Herald earlier,
to
because then
find
they could
some
quickly
way
have
of
pushed out.
engaging.
you know,
Whether it be
waves.
small or large.
Told you. What can he do here? Emperor's Divine. Glide. Oh,
Is that
contract.
it?
Interrupts. Matches a flash. They just need a kill. NRG just need a kill and they've got it. Palafox
Fuck.
down. And NRG are finally alive.
Finally, NRG gets something back.
You love to see it.
Weibo are relentless with their pressure.
They need a bit more. But I'm happy to be optimistic about this team, especially when Palafox, bit of a king getting the kill here, but meanwhile, Dokla in a bit of trouble. That turret's going to melt. That's
Rest in pepperonis.
non-existent. Light running in with his boys.
We didn't recognize that the tower was gone.
Ready to cook. I've been loving the food here in Korea, so let's see what Dokla tastes like.
Let's see what Dokla
Juicy
tastes like.
is what I believe Light said.
What did you just say?
300 gold picked up for
Jesus
him.
Christ.
I've often been told that he's a generous god.
That
If he doesn't
comment
need
made
the
me a bit
kill,
uncomfortable.
He will give it to his AD carry.
He
Because
did
I
use
mean,
the right word though, so well done.
a
He's a god, more like semi-finals at Worlds, remember, against FPX. We'll pause on that. This is what's happening now. Look at the lines of scrimmage laid down, but the Shy's not dead. They don't have enough damage.
Or do
Dokla knocks
they?
him up. They're
He's
trying to
gonna die.
equalize it down. Maybe they do indeed. But Baron goes down because of him. So there's the trade as Palafox now the next target, flashes away to the skies to get him out of there. And that's what it cost to kill
That
the
wasn't
Shy.
the greatest
Everything
trade
in
of
the
all
kitchen
time, I
sink,
have to say.
The front door, all the new kitchenette,
The
and
good
the
old,
fridge
the
that
Shy
is
for Baron trade.
for the cost of Baron.
the question is,
Monk ass.
for you as of the Shy follower, would you say that this is worth it? His life for a Baron? A meager Baron?
No, you know what I'd say?
What?
Impressive.
You
Probably
look
not.
I feel like I'm trying to get
Videos is caster cursing him. I like it. That's hope.
Oh, man.
Weibo is not gonna
It's kinda
lose.
like when I
Yep,
was
this is
casting
where they
G2
lose.
games,
This is
you're
where
like,
NA
surely,
wins.
man, and I'm like,
I don't
The
know.
unexpected
They're up
turnaround
there at the next,
is the
you're like,
deadliest.
"Ah, it's gonna wait till it's over." But look, I mean, again,
I
very
wonder what that
different.
comms are like.
I feel like Weibo as the fourth seed
Some
for a
teams
reason.
are able to like actually just
However, to be
shake it
realistic
off,
with your
stay
point,
positive,
again, up
and just
9,000,
keep
look at the
playing,
whole
keep
map.
trying their best.
We're talking to dead
And some
horse here
teams
about
are
how
legitimately
Weibo are in
just tilting
control,
on
but
stage,
I wanna point your
like just
attention to
actually
what's
getting
most
mad at
obvious.
each
Been
other.
obvious all game long, thanks to
This is
Weiwei.
a moment
Look
that
at
can
the
make or
bottom
break
side
a
of the
team.
map. 3 items versus
Because if
one
these
again.
guys
That is
take
a
everything that
budget
happened
win
from
lose
this
rate
game
play
as a learning
that you-
lesson,
you know,
they can improve
Picked up
so
the
much
side
from
score
it.
down the
So
road.
much that they might look like a completely different team tomorrow.
over FBI.
But they
as
could also
well.
go full solo queue and all start
Palafox
pointing
doing his best
fingers and
to
harassing
keep
each other,
experience, but
you know,
Shy now
once the game is
sitting over
over.
level 16, that's going to be a max level ultimate
This
as
happens
well.
more than you think, by the way.
If NRG
But hey,
aren't squishy,
we'll
it's gonna
see.
make 'em look like it.
How they approach it
Baron spawns in
and what the
35
situation
seconds.
looks like,
They're gonna get
not
deep
only for the
vision,
rest
they're
of this
gonna push in
game,
these
but
waves,
especially
and they're
tomorrow.
gonna look to secure it. Likely they can do it with just Light and Weiwei. Right now, NRG do have a bit of vision on this top side. They want to try and contest. Dokla has been sent to try and answer Xiaohu.
Well, they'll try at
Oh.
least. Soliflay lands, though. Look at the equalizer.
Holy.
The carpet's laid
Oh
down
my.
as the Fates call gets him out. Contract!
Oh.
My, that's the flash. Palafox covered, but it didn't matter. That threat from long range is too much to bear as the
Holy
Shy
crap.
waits for them to reconvene.
It was literally just an ultimate from the Shy. You
Yep.
just single-handedly forced NRG back. And that will be the
Ah.
a dominant performance from the entirety of Weibo. He reacts a little too quick. Dokla
He
tries
has
to
like
look for a
no
knock,
faith
won't
in
be
his
able to
teammates
find it.
blocking it.
Weibo pressuring in bot lane. Using this wave, they should be able to crack the base open. Dragon in 35.
Well, this is the pick, though. They get the Shy's flash, call the Forge God. There's the Weaver's Wall. Contracts not getting the shove back, though. The Shy will walk it out as Weibo. Like,
I love
all
that
right,
the Shy
you wanna go
and
for a
On
top
are
lane, we're
both
gonna try and end the game. There's the
0-1-1, by the
equalizer,
way.
stop 3, 4 backs, really. Solar Flare as well. Another backstop. Hang on a minute. Weibo are just ending the game with the Baroned up minions. The Shy's done his job. NRG are going to find a pick onto Chris, but as Dokla gets back, he's shattered as well. Ulti's a little early from Xiao, but Palafox gets burned down. Nonetheless, with their debut at Worlds, Weibo are tearing apart North America. Piece by piece by piece. Weibo in under 30
Holy macaroni.
minutes are destroying the first seed of NA.
Fourth seed in A
I'm
versus,
sorry to the LCS,
or first seed
but
in A rather,
WBG
versus
might be the
fourth
fourth
seed from
seed,
China.
But they are here to play.
Yikes.
A dominant performance from Weibo from start to finish. And it did not take them long to start. Level 1 in the 2 versus 2. Getting the
I think
summoners
this
out from
one
FBI. Quickly
we can learn
followed up
from.
by a dive.
I already talked about it briefly.
Just well executed
What do you guys
across
think?
the board.
Should we
A
go
clean,
educational mode?
straightforward
Should we
performance.
talk about the first 10 minutes and what
Weibo will
NRG
have
could have
the
done
opportunity to join
not to ruin their game
some
before
of
it
the
even
top
began?
dogs at the
I
tournament.
think so.
The 1-0
Yes,
group.
it all went wrong from here. Mistake 1. Enemy team has Rumble top and you pick on. Counter picking yourself. Gotta be kidding me. Could have picked on at any point if you wanted so badly. Don't freaking last pick it. We move on. Now we're finding ourselves in a situation where we have on top a stable tank that no matter how many times you gank his lane and help him, will still be losing when you want to rumble. You have an aggressive mid laner who's gonna mid prio, and you have a strong bot that wants to battle and fight 2v2 the entire laning phase to give Kalista an advantage, because if Kalista doesn't get an advantage, she's gonna get outscaled. So what you wanna do here as the jungler for North America for NRG is to start on your red buff. You do reds, you do crocs, you do raptors, and then you move down here. And in a moment, you will see why. This is very important, and they can know this before the game even begins because of the bot lane matchup. Now, Contract instead starts blue, he does Grump, he does Wolves, Poppy. Well, oh, this was big as well. If you're an NA fan, you can start crying right about now. The lane is over, it's doomed. But if that jungler path towards them, it wouldn't be as bad as it will be now. Because now, Poppy is doing free camp spots, Weibo now has full control of the lane, and the Taliyah is pathing away. If you're Taliyah here, you have to stop farming, because if you don't move bot right about now, you might as well just, turn your monitor off and leave the stage. Because the game is about to end. Poppy recognizes what happened bot, she recognizes she has prio. And guess what happens? Kalista has no sums. You're playing against Leona Poppy. A dive is on the way. We recognize too late that Poppy is on the way. We get slammed into the wall, we get murdered. What do we get for this, you may ask? Our jungler is up. 3 camps. And the best part is we don't even get more than that, because due to the nature of the top matchup and Rumble having perma push against Dawn, what we're about to witness on screen makes it even more depressing. Ornn is hard stuck on the turret, Azir managed to get mid prio and has chunked Jace. And our jungler, Taliyah, doesn't even get the top scuttle. We can stop the clip here. What a day! We went all the way from game 1, Pyosik, the godly sin, to a blind pick Garen, to an almost 50-minute game. At the very end with BLG versus KT. And we go again. I'm so tired, I'm done. That's it. Enjoy.